In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect sub bass for your drum and bass tracks. So what you want to do is start with a serum, an initialized preset, and all we're going to do is go analog and find analog BD sine. So just a basic sine wave. And next, what you're going to do is put this down 2 octaves and you should get a subby sound. So this sounds great on its own, but we can add more layers to it and get the sub sounding fatter. And this way you'll be able to not only hear it on your studio headphones, but you'll also be able to hear it on other devices. And you could even hear this one on your mobile phone, which is pretty cool. So it just gets an overall fuller sounding sub bass. And for some reason it sounds especially good in drum and bass tunes. I've literally used it in all my drum and bass tunes for the past few months. So this is kind of like a hack for drum and bass. So all you're going to do is turn oscillator B on, put it down to -2, and then we're going to come up to here and press this undo button and then the redo button just until we get this straight line across like this. And then what we're going to do is find bin number 3, and then we're going to draw a pattern on around 70%. And it'll create this waveform. So it's like a crazy sine wave. And now if we listen to it, it sounds insanely fat and layered. And that is pretty much it. You can do some extra processing on it. So you could try adding some distortion or some compression. Don't add multiband, that's just crazy. And then what you want to do, so if your track has a wobble bass in it, so it goes like wob, 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 then you want to keep the sub on sustained, just directly below the wobble bass. Don't have it wobble as well, because that'll sound bad. And then if the bass is a sustained bass, just keep it a sustained bass like this. So if you have a stab bass and you want to mimic the LFO rate here on your stab bass, all you need to do is go to your stab bass, then come here and go save shape and then name it whatever. And then come down here to menu and click on rescan folders, then come back to your sub bass, go here into user and then find whatever you called it. Then it will create the same stab as your main bass. And then say it creates this. You can then just put this on the levels. So you put it on the level on oscillator A and the level on oscillator B. And what I normally do is I'll put it on like 80 to 100% on A and something like 20% on B, because it can be a bit too much at times. So you can go from anywhere from 20 to 100. And let's say you're just having a sustained bass, you can also do the same on here. So you could have 80, then you could have like 20. But if you want it to be super fat, you could have 100. It just depends on the tune. So put it under your bass and then experiment with the different levels here. I think the sweet spot I normally go for is around 20 to 30%. Like that. And then it sounds super fat and you can hear it on like every single device, no matter what you're listening to it on. Let's hear the sub bass in action here. You see how loud and fat that sounds. Sounds crazy good. And it's gonna make your drum and bass tracks sound awesome. So here's the sub bass here, and all I've got on is a Pro Q between 150 and 200, just so we get that sub sound. My main bass will be here onwards. So that is the sub made. Let me know in the comments if you like the sub and if it works in your drum and bass tunes. It should make it sound crazy good. And let me know if you make your sub basses in other ways on Serum. I'd be interested to know if anyone has any other ideas. And also there's my website, link down below. Make sure to check it out. Sample packs and coaching to get your hands on. And I'll see you all in the next one.